Alright, hello everyone and welcome to our new Fallout 4 mini-series of Vault 28, the Absent Ghoul. Now, of course, in the last episode on Friday of our previous series, I did ask you guys if you cared for me to be continuing on with Northern Springs, and it seemed pretty unanimous. You guys no longer cared about it, and I was getting pretty bored with it too, so we are ending that one and starting up this, which seems to be pretty popular. I got a lot of people suggesting it, and it's got quite a few downloads on the Nexus, so I am excited. Now, we are over here at Grey Garden, as apparently to start this whole thing up, we need to head to the Frederickson's place to meet a ghoul who apparently doesn't like people so much. So let's start heading down there and hopefully have a wonderful time today. And try not to die. Try not to die. And I'm already hearing people shooting everywhere. Oh, Raider scum. Hi! They're down. Wow, you died real quick. Ooh, got a grenade. Now. How dare you shoot me? Okay, we're already in the thick of things right at the beginning. Lovely. There's another one, isn't there? Yep, there's more. Wow, you're all really easy to kill when I can actually shoot you. Ooh, got a grenade. And die. No, I didn't have any more action points. There we go. Oh, wow, they actually took a fair few hit points away from me, and the weather turned real quick on us. Alright, well, stim pack. There we go. And let's continue on to Frederickson's place. And hope for the best. I'm guessing it's that house there, considering... yeah, that's the waypoint. And the only house down here. Oh god, I hear more gunfire. Who's gonna try and kill me next? Offer of purchase letter. Interesting. I'm gonna take. Can I read it? Offer of purchase, the BOs, and there we go. Anything there? Dear Chris Frederickson, that's the blah 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 address. Dear Mr. Frederickson, I hope this letter finds you well. As you are aware, the completion of our newest highway in our local area is almost complete, and we are happy to confirm that we no longer have your home marked for demolition. However, we would still like to extend our offer to buy your home from you at a generous price. As we have stated in previous letters, even if the construction of the highway didn't require you to sell your home back to the state, the noise pollution generated by both the highway traffic above as well as the traffic immediately opposite your home would be quite frankly intolerable. We really hope you'll reconsider and allow us to move you to Sanctuary Hills, where you can rejoin your former neighbors. Yours sincerely, Mr. Gregory Jones. Interesting. Well, I like that little bit of lore there. Very cool. Now let's see. Mr. Frederickson's apparently still alive and a ghoul from the name of the place. Hi! Oh, you actually were right there. I thought I might have to hunt for you. I'm gonna look around your house, though, before we talk, because, well, I want to know if you have anything fun. And anything worth looting. No, nothing there, nothing there. Lots of pre-war money that I don't care about. No, ooh, hello, we have holotapes. Oh my god, we have multiple holotapes. Okay, since their story, I think we need to go talk to him first. Just, I don't want to get ahead of myself in anything. We'll have a chat with him, then we'll come and listen to all of his holotapes. Jangles! And, okay, there we go. Now we'll talk. Hi, Frederickson!
Hey.
You gonna oh, nope, I accidentally sat down. You, are you actually gonna talk? Oh, well, he's standing up now. Can I not talk when he's sitting?
Hi.
Ah, crap. Do we have a broken mod? Okay, we can't talk! Huh. I mean, the mod page does say he doesn't like people. Huh. Well, I'm gonna go look at his things then. I wonder if we... Oh, hello. Requires key. Alright, okay. First, terminal. Let's see if we can pop a quest from any of this stuff. Home is where the heart... Oh, it's all about holotapes. Home is where the heart is, though. Alright, 2077, 78, 80, 100, 2110. We'll start with this. What do we got? Ooh, August 15th. Chris and I said our goodbyes to the Robinsons this morning as they were bundling up their furniture into the back of a moving truck. It's such a shame another family lost to Sanctuary Hills. Mr. Robinson was nice enough to give us some parting advice, though. It's his opinion that Chris and I are just being stubborn and that we should simply drop our cause. It took everything in my power not to sock him right in the gut, but thankfully Chris was holding my hand when, will people realize that we will not be pressured into leaving our home. It's nothing sacred. Is nothing sacred anymore? Alright, 29th. We received another letter this morning from the Housing Association with an even bigger purchase offer. Damn fools, they honestly believe we're holding out for more money. September 5th. I woke up this morning just in time to see the Abel family leaving. Our neighborhood is down to just 2 families now, us and the Whitfields. They've already started tearing down the other homes to make way for the monstrosity behind us. The noise is horrendous, but I still don't care. Even if they have to build directly over our damn roof, we are not going anywhere. And October 20th. So, received a different kind of letter today. It was from the Housing Association again, but this time the letter had a Vault-Tec stamp on the corner of the page. Apparently, if we agree to sell up, and we are being offered a placement in one of their swanky vaults up near Sanctuary Hills. I threw the letter into the trash before ever showing Chris. The hell with Vault-Tec. Probably a good idea on that one. Alright. So, 78. What do we got here? Just one. January 1st. Happy New Year! I know it's been quite a while since I've written anything down here, but in my defense, it's taken a little over 2 months just to get this terminal back in working order. You see, the terminal was one of the many things that I own that took the brunt of a nuclear explosion. No, you read that correctly. How did I survive, I hear you ask? Well, here's the thing. I have no damn idea. One moment I'm sitting in the living room writing a strongly worded letter to the Housing Association, and the next, I'm looking at this bright flash in the distance. The flash came, followed by a loud rumbling, then intense heat as my own flesh began to melt. All I could do was mentally say my goodbyes and proceed to pass out from the searing pain. I woke a few days later, my home practically burnt out husk around me, and Chris nowhere in sight. Trying to get up, it gave me a surprise as the skin on my back had become fused to the living room floor, and I had to quite literally rip myself off of it. After that unpleasantness, I wandered around outside for a while to see if I could find Chris, but he was nowhere to be found. On the morning the bombs fell, he had gone into town to run some errands. My heart was breaking, the thought that he probably died out there, possibly alone. When surveying the damage outside, I was somewhat surprised that most of my garden was still intact. Fortuitously, a delivery truck that was parked out there took the brunt of the initial shockwave. Sadly, my dog Lucy didn't make it. I buried her near the tree. A few days had gone by when I realized I'd been subconsciously avoiding mirrors or any other reflective surface for that matter. It was as if my mind wasn't ready to see. When I finally did decide to inspect the damage, I let my gaze raise from the tiled floor to the bathroom mirror. It was so much worse than I thought it would be. I was greeted by this ghastly mess staring back at me. My skin was horribly burned and cracked with bits of skin flaking off in places, and all my hair was gone. After about 2 weeks of feeling sorry for myself, I realized that I wasn't getting weaker or sick. I was actually feeling great. My strength was beginning to return, and my breathing suddenly didn't feel so labored anymore. My body seemed to be doing quite well in the new environment, but my mind was very close to cracking. I was missing Chris terribly, and I was filled with so much regret, mostly for not preparing better. I mean, we had so many mornings for months leading up to that awful day, and I didn't take heed. Did I listen? No. I was stubborn, and as far as I knew, Chris was dead. By the 3rd week, I was sitting outside on the steps, feeling more than a little sorry for myself when the garden gate opened and in walked a man who, like me, looked like shit. Only difference was he was wearing Christopher's clothes. The next thing I knew, I was holding him and crying. Love is a funny thing. Like me, he looked absolutely terrible, but I honestly hadn't loved the man more than I did in that moment. Aww, ghoul love. Ew. Alright, next. What do we got? Ooh, boy, a lot of them. April 25th, 2080. All Chris seems to be doing lately is pissing me off. Every time we try to have a decent conversation, it turns into a fight. I swear the man is getting grumpier in his old age. Sure, we used to have our little quarrels before, but not like this. You'd think with the life and death scenario we face on a daily basis, it would put an end to our silly bickering. Maybe it's stress. When we're not at each other's throats, we're either fixing things that broke or we spend countless days on the road scavenging. June 4th. Just when I was starting to believe our lives couldn't get any more monotonous, Chris barged into the bedroom this morning all excited. Apparently he'd seen someone during his morning stroll, but said that they had disappeared before he could reach them. He suspects they went into the sewers to avoid him. How rude. Hopefully we will bump into them again. June 10th. So we finally found the person Chris had seen last week. She was sitting on a park bench near what's left of the lake. As we made our approach, it was easy to see she had gone through a similar transformation as we had, but she wouldn't acknowledge us in the slightest. Chris went to give her a little shake, to snap her out of whatever funk she was in, but I pulled him away. There was something very off about her vacant expression, and the way she simply stared into the lake. Maybe life out here has driven her mad. Interesting. July 4th. Or 1st. That was the 1st, not the 4th. Wow, I can read, I swear. Chris was attacked. That crazy bitch who hangs out at the lake went for him. He said when he arrived there this morning, she was no longer on the bench, but standing in the water. He said it looked like she was chasing what little fish remained in the lake. Once she spotted Chris, she bolted straight for him. It would seem she was no longer docile, but as rabid as those fucking dogs. Chris managed to fire a few shots and she went down. First time he's ever had to fire a gun at someone. I don't think I like what this new world is doing to us. Well, yeah, she went feral. Alright. We got two more. What do we got here? And, oh boy, a lot of them. February 3rd, 2100. So, it would appear that I'm absolutely awful at keeping a journal. I don't have any excuses other than I only feel like writing about life when I actually have a life to talk about, and quite frankly, the last 20 years have been a complete shit show. The only good thing is that Chris and I are still together, surviving. We both seem to have adapted pretty well to our new lives out here. Chris seems to think whatever happened to us was a blessing. For example, we no longer have to search high and low for clean water anymore. He found out the hard way. The old fool found a carton of water in an abandoned store, just picked it up off the shelf and knocked it back, without giving it a second thought. As it turns out, the water was highly irradiated. He said he could feel it burning all the way down. Well, that was a year ago, and the guy's still marching around, fit as a fiddle. Alright, March 10th. We met two ghouls today over the ruins of Concord. Yes, you heard me. Apparently that is the name our kind's been blessed with, according to these two strangers. I have to admit, it was so refreshing to find people who look the way we do and not be complete maniacs. During our conversation, Chris happened to be drinking some water we found when one of the strangers knocked it clean out of his hand. They explained to us that there are two types of ghoul, us and those who went feral. Going feral depends hugely on how the radiation has affected your brain. Turns out we might have to quit drinking the bad water. Here ain't April 14th. You know what I used to take for granted? Telephones. Just being able to have the occasional chin wag. What the hell? With a friend from the comfort of my own armchair, those were the days. I was discussing this with one of our new friends from Concord, Greg. It was he who switched me onto this I thought that said meat for a second. Neat ham radio idea. You'd think with most of the world being dead and random pockets of irradiated survivors being here and there, I'd have tried to get one working sooner. It's going to be so nice to speak to people again. I mean, no offense to Chris, but that man is becoming increasingly harder to talk to. Alright, May 2nd. In the early hours of the morning, while Chris slept, I snuck out of my office to tinker with my favorite new toy. Just as the radio was powering up, I noticed that I wasn't on the correct frequency to be able to communicate with Concord. I must have clumsily knocked the dial when powering it off last night. Just as I was about to change the frequency, I started hearing a series of faint beeps. It would seem I'm going to have to dig out my old Morse code book. Alright, May 10th. I almost don't know where to start. I've been having conversations in Morse code for over a week now. Whoever I'm speaking with claims that they're unable to communicate by voice as their transmitting signal is too weak. They're also being a little secretive with regard to their location. I might give up communicating with them. Alright, well that's all from that one. Last one! 2110. Alright. Another 10 years on. With only one entry! I'm not going to write more excuses explaining why it's been 10 years since my last journal entry, but I will say that since discovering the Morse code frequency, my life has gotten a whole lot busier. As it happens, Chris and I aren't doing so well anymore. I mean, I was happy to retire with the man I loved, but retirement was 30 years ago. I'm 93 now, and I just want to leave! Not entirely sure where, but as long as it's far away from here. It's a funny thing to try and wrap my head around, being this age and wanting to go and start a new life. According to Craig, this too is a side effect of our condition. Still feeling in your prime when you're pushing 100. I suspect my feeling this way also has something to do with Alex, though. Alex is the person I've been communicating with via Morse code all this time. Over the years, we've become quite close. I know it doesn't make sense. How could you develop feelings for someone when all they've done for the last 10 years is beep at you? I can't explain it, but through our lengthy conversations, he told me that he is in fact a vault dweller. I can't help think of the irony. If I hadn't been so determined not to let Vault Tech move us to one of their vaults, I could have been with this person in the flesh. Apparently, due to numerous malfunctions that the vault has sustained over the years, it's become almost impossible for them to reach the surface now. Alex gave me the coordinates of the vault, and after I've spent days searching the surrounding area for any sign of the entrance, I came up with nothing. Wherever the entrance once was, it's not there now. Craig suspects it might have been destroyed during the quake that came days after the bombs fell, which means I now spend the majority of my time down in the basement digging. Yeah, Chris is a little cross with me. Okay. So how do we get in the basement? I just got experience for something. Is there a key somewhere around here since dude out there won't seem to talk to me?
No way to pick
Yep,
this.
no, requires key. Hello, comfy pillow. No. No. Okay, bear shoving a screwdriver in that toaster. No? Are you gonna talk to me now, Chris?
Excuse me.
Huh. Is something broke with the mod? It's the only thing I can think. I mean, we got a lot of good lore there, but hold on. Am I hidden? I'm hidden. Ah, crap, he's turning. No, I want to pickpocket your key. Yeah, okay, come on. Hidden. Crap, he doesn't have a key. Hey.
Hi.
Hey. Well, I'm now wondering if something is broken with the mod. I'm pretty sure I installed it all correctly. Oh, you have a dog. Hi, Tack Dog. Let's just kind of look around, see if there is anything that I'm missing. Yeah, I know that the mod page said that the guy's not very nice in the house, but it didn't say that he wouldn't talk to us. Right away, definitely take that. Be more useful for me anyways than the ghouls. Fusion core. A lot of good stuff around here. But, no discernible way in. Interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking there might be something wrong now with the mod. I mean, thanks to those holotapes, though, it did take us quite a while to get to this point, so it may just be a good place to end the episode and come back next time, hopefully, over 2 books. And hopefully, figure it out then. I've taken all the books. Yay. Because, yeah, I'm not seeing any other place where the key might be. Unless I'm just blind as a bat somewhere, which may always be the case. Ooh, hello, mini nuke. How did I not see that earlier? So yeah, I think this will be a good place to end today. We got a lot of great lore. I really like the story behind the folks here. Very cool, and that they're trying to dig their way to basically a lost vault. Very nice, and it was cool kind of getting another take on the sort of lore from Sanctuary. I like that with them. So that is gonna be it for today. I mean, hopefully I figure this out. Otherwise, I may just have to cheat and get in the door. But, yeah, until I figure that out, thank you for watching, folks. And as always, have a good one.